Welcome back to our second video. I hope you saw me 10 seconds ago after watching our first video that released today. And this one's exciting. This one's a little more simple because we're going to be providing you with two free base links from Frosty and Xiyan, which are our two new base builders. So Frosty, as you probably know his name, has gotten a rank 1, and Xiyan was last season's rank number 8. So, these guys know what they're doing. They're professionals. And they play for F-Ching. They play for Fu-Ching number 1, as you can see by the FC, which is one of the strongest Chinese ESL teams out there. And you'll see them maybe at World Champions this year if they win their regional qualifiers. So, let's get into the bases. So, this is... Oh, shoot. Okay. This is Xiyan's base that he used. And don't worry, we'll be providing replay proof later, so you get to watch some defenses. And this is putting into action some of the basics I was going over from last time. So you can see seeking air mines in the middle, or not in the middle, but towards the core. And you can see there's a direction of these. You can see it goes from here to here, and then you meet the red mines. So this is what I was talking about. When I said you use the black mines to catch the cocoa loons, to catch the loons that are supposed to keep your healers alive. And you put the red mines at the end of an attack. Not the end, but like towards the second phase, after the Eternal Tome wears off, after the loons are gone, to kill all the healers in one shot. So you have 6 lined up here. And the 7th is just as a safety. And... let's see here. This is a tweak of a popular base, by the way. This is not Xiyan's original build. And you can see I believe the original had the poison tower somewhere on this side. Or somewhere over here. But it did not have the 2 poison towers on the same side. Now, having 2 poison towers on the same side, it does kind of encourage an entry along this side. Somewhere along the side. Either from here, or somewhere on this edge. Which is why Xiyan kind of predicts this path. And you'll see this among some of the best bases. There's a path of black mines. And that's predicting the exact entry of the healers and of the cocoa loons. So, we have Teslas over here. And these Teslas are actually to pull Root Riders. And also just provide extra health and extra DPS for the Rico Cannon. As I said, I love combining Teslas with the Rico Cannon on the edge of the base. And you also have the Air Heroes. I love Air Heroes combined with the combo defenses. So, another great thing Xiyan did here is the Rico Cannon and the Air Hero combined, they have to be in a specific alignment. And I'll cover this later, but I'll explain this briefly. If you expect... the air hero has to be on the opposite side of the Rico Cannon of the expected entry. So if something's coming along this way, I don't want my air hero to be here. Because the air hero will fight whatever is coming, and it'll die first before the Rico Cannon even synergizes with the air hero. Now if the air hero is behind, right here, and it comes along here, the air hero and the Rico Cannon will fight it at the same time. That's what you want. You want the Rico Cannon and the air hero to tank for each other and to build damage off of each other. And you see that again here. Now, and as for the Barbarian King and the Minion Prince, they're often paired with the Town Hall, if the Town Hall is like not in the core like this, or if the Monolith is on the edge like this. So whatever's closer to the edge of a base, the king and the minion prince are usually somewhere around the mono or the town hall. You can see he stacks up the giant bombs with the bomb tower. That's just excellent synergy to counter a spirit walk somewhat, to kill the fox mainly. You're not gonna kill an RC with this, but you're probably gonna be able to kill the fox, or at least damage it. Yeah, let's not go too deep into it. Let's just watch the replays. Now, These are the replays that Xiyan shared with us. You can see he's resetting. I believe he reset top 20 when he shared these. So he's getting 90% 1-star, low 90s 2-stars against some top players. They're very good. So let's watch the first one. Oh, that was not Xiyan's space. That was Frosty's space. Okay. This is Frosty's account, by the way. So we'll watch Frosty. That was my mistake. That was Frosty's space, not Xiyan's space. Okay. Frosty. Here we go. So this first one is an increasingly popular attack. We see, it's a Super Hog Sui with a Quake launcher. Yeah, you start with a mini Spirit Walk, I believe. So let's see what happens here. Okay, he's planning, and the longer you can make your opponent plan before they hit, the more likely they are to make mistakes, in my opinion. Because if they're planning for a long time, that means they don't see an obvious entry at first. They might be tempted to do something risky. Okay, so he starts with the Sphere Walk here. And as you saw, there are bombs here. This is baited for the Spirit Walk. So Frosty did predict this entry correctly. Let's see. Okay, it's a really small Spirit Walk, so he's not going to enter that compartment. And he gets a small chunk out there. Now, let's see where Terror enters from. Okay, so he enters from the top here. Okay, so he's avoiding the monolith. Oh, he's doing a Sui. He's not going with his main army. Okay. The CC gets pulled. But it's not enough to get the Town Hall. Because she's going in between both spitters. So that's not enough damage. Not enough HP to go into the Town Hall. There's the NATO. Now, that's the NATO I was talking about in the first video. Look at the spitters. Look at the monolith in that NATO. The monolith is in range of that NATO. So, and the expos. So there's just so much damage coming in where that NATO is focused. Like if your main army is there, that's gonna be troublesome. Now let's watch what happens here. He goes around the base, hits the Giga Bomb. There are the Teslas. And everything just goes around the Town Hall. There is nothing to path towards the Town Hall. Wait, did this 1-star? Okay, so this was a 1-star defense. Now let's go to the next replay. And let's see. Okay, so this is much more of a traditional attack. This is a Root Rider, Spirit Walk, 5 Invis, Overgrowth. This is what you'll see most of your replays as. So let's see where he decides to enter from. Okay, so he goes in from here. It's an odd choice. He bypasses the 2 Teslas. He grabs the Scatter. Gonna go for the Spitter. No, the RC turns, so he just recalls. Saves an Invis. Let's see where he enters from. Okay, he enters from the bottom, the 6 o'clock monolith. And he just goes straight in, uses the King to funnel. Very classic. There goes the Eternal Tome. There's all the giant bombs. He soaks them all up with the Eternal Tome. And you see the new pets things pulled the red bombs. So unfortunately the healers aren't going to go down in this attack. He predicted going from 6 to 3 to 12, but this is going in the opposite direction. Yet it's still defended. So Overgrowth is Fire Spitter because that's doing a lot of damage. And then everything just avoids the Town Hall. It all turns this way. The queen pulls troops that way. That's another advantage of having air heals on the edge of the base. Now this was a 2-star, so something great. Oh, it was this. That was really close. That's very lucky. Yeah, and that's the defense. And Frosty is also resetting very, very high. These guys always reset high. And they reset high because they know how to trap. They know how to build. Okay. So that's it for the defenses on Frosty's side that he shared with us on that particular day. Okay, now let's take a deeper look into Xiyan's base. So Xiyan's base, it's another core double poison, which is very popular in the meta. And you'll see the small bomb, giant bomb, classic RC Spirit Walk baits that I explained in the previous video. So here's the NATO. Spin counterclockwise. Bunch of small bombs. This will definitely kill the fox and make you waste one invis at the least. This air trap, it won't be triggered by the RC because the RC is a ground troop. A bunch of spring traps here. So he's expecting an RR entry this way. So he's expecting a Spirit Walk here from 3, and then the main army pushing in this way. So this is also a tweak of a popular base. You'll see this again. The air heroes with the Rico cannon, as I explained. Tesla sprinkled throughout. This might ruin pathing for Root Riders. It might keep Root Riders circling on the edge. Like after it takes down this multi, it'll go to this Rico. It might go back for this Tesla. Things like that. And just super annoying for Super Barbarians. Like just the funnel here, like a Super Barb here and a Tesla here, that's just mad annoying. And we have the new Crusher Mortar here. These guys, it looks like they prefer the Crusher Mortar so far. We'll see how that develops next season as they build. But yeah, the Crusher Mortar is definitely a safe, solid choice. The hook can be better in some situations, but it can also like destroy your base. And the Flame Spinner is kind of mid. But we'll see. And you'll see this red air bomb farm once again for the healers. This is just the best way to use air bombs right now. And without going too deep into it, let's check out some replays that he shared with us when he reset inside the top 20. Okay, so these are the replays he shared with us. You can see he got a 1-star defense and 2 low 90s. That's very impressive considering he reset in the top 20 in the world. So if you get this kind of defense that high up, I mean, your season's kind of locked in. So let's check out some replays. So this is a pretty standard Root Rider attack. There's some Super Volks in there. That's not too standard. But let's check where he Spirit Walks. Let's check his entry. Okay. Oh, maybe this is a fireball. Yeah, it's a fireball. He has 2 quicks, my bad. So let's see where he fireballs. Okay. So he's going in from 3. He's gonna battle the Rico and the Ground Expo. Rage spell, mitigate the damage. Some cleanup early on. Okay, he's gonna fight the Minion Prince. There goes the Tesla. He's forced to invest in invisibility there because of that Tesla popping up. Now he's going to come in from here, which is exactly what Xiyan predicted. So there's the NATO. That NATO is not really doing much. That was meant for a Spirit Walk. There are the Teslas popping up at 12. Okay, so he decides to overgrowth the Town Hall as well. That seems like a mistake to me. He probably should have just overgrowth this part. Let's see. And there go the healers. The healers are gone. I kind of missed that, but the healers were killed by the red air bomb farm. He didn't properly utilize the loons. Yeah, and with that gone, it's just what are you gonna do? There's nothing left. The desperate, the desperate goblins. It's not gonna do anything. And yeah, that was just perfect. That was perfect bait. Um, yeah, obviously the spirit walk bait didn't work. He didn't do a spirit walk. But let's just watch that healer bait again. I need to see that again. Okay, zoom through. So I guess he really did expect some sort of entry on this side. At least a fireball entry. That Tesla is just perfect timing. If you can get the opponent to waste even one spell in this meta, like anything is worth it. Okay, let's watch. Let's watch the healers carefully. Yeah. Okay, so most of them died to black mines before, which could have been loons if the attacker was better, but yeah, the red mine would have killed them anyways. The red mine is perfectly paced. Let's watch Envy. So okay. This guy's not doing a traditional army. But it looks like another fireball. Let's see where the fireball comes from. Okay, it's from 6 this time. Another jellyfish fireball. Okay, but he still goes for the mono fireball. But this time he goes from this way. Which is not the expected entry. Yeah, this is not a very smart plan. Because you're going to have to face the CC and both spitters towards the end of your attack. Yeah, so let's see where this goes. Oh, the Crusher Mortar did some work there. Even though it's low level on his base. Let's see. Okay, this guy doesn't know how to lolo either. He sends the Desperate RC. And yeah. It actually came very close. But yeah, the RC got destroyed at the end there with the NATO and the bombs. So I guess even though the Spirit Walk didn't happen, those traps still came in clutch. Okay, now let's watch another Fireball replay. I believe this is another popular army right now in Legends. The Super Yeti Fireball. So let's see where he fireballs from. Okay, so it's a second Fireball. It's a second Fireball from the exact same spot. So it's a very well-tested entry. That was a horrible Fireball, though. I don't know what this guy's doing. And then he let the Warden die? Did he go inactive? Okay. It's the exact same entry, except he missed the Fireball, so like it's going this way instead of that way. And yeah. It's the Fireball entry. It's this entry that was tested. That allowed him to defend these attacks so high up. Testing is honestly so important. Especially in this meta. But you can see if you can predict the entry, the Fireball, where the Fireball is going to land, often the monolith. You can really defend even some very great attackers. Now, this guy was not a good attacker. I don't know if he disconnected in the middle or something. Let me watch what happens to the Warden again. Let's go. He missed the invis. He missed the invis. That's what happened. Okay, so he meant to do it on the Rico here, which would have gotten good value with minimal invis investment. And then he goes here. Okay, so I guess he expected his Warden to be able to... Wait, his heal... What was his... Was he on air mode? No, there's no way. There's no way. Yeah, he was on air mode. He was on air mode on the Warden. So the healers couldn't heal. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate, but the Fireball entry was still tested. It was as you saw in multiple replays, the fireball and the monolith was tested. Yeah, and these guys just can't survive without the warden. The warden does a lot of work. Honestly, might have tripled with the warden. But yeah, you guys will get these base links for free. I know that's what you guys really came here for. Maybe you can use them for EOS. Yeah, and let us know how it does in the comments. But definitely try these bases out for EOS. I think these traps are very well placed, and I think they can catch some opponents off guard. Like, these bases are super burnt, but these traps aren't burnt. These traps are not burnt yet. So I would recommend using, you can even use it for War, CWO, whatever. Meta is pretty similar in CWO and Legends right now, but yeah, definitely give these bases a go and join the Discord and let us know how it does.